There are a few things in the Star Wars sequel trilogy that rub a few people the wrong way. Whether it be Palpatine's resurrection, the Holdo maneuver, Luke throwing a lightsaber, the list goes on. And while your mileage may vary on a few of those points, one decision that I will always defend 10 toes down is the decision to make Rey a Skywalker. Now I know there's going to be people who violently disagree with that notion, however, hear me out. First meet Rey, she is a scavenger, rifling through garbage in order to live to see another day. A lot of people love to say that she's overly skilled or overly competent. However, if you have to be competent at your job in order to eat another day, you're damn well gonna make sure you're good at it. She has had to be competent at surviving for a very long time. And the only reason she stayed there and fought tooth and nail for her survival was for the vague hope that one day her family would come back for her. That primal need to survive in order to find her family is paramount to her character. However, as Maz states in episode 7, this is a character flaw. She's not supposed to stay rooted in the past waiting for her parents to come back. She's supposed to move on and find a new connection. Her desire for belonging is her driving motivation throughout all 3 films. And on the opposite end of that, you have Kylo Ren. Ben Solo is both her opposite and her reflection. Both felt abandoned and cast away by their family, but whereas Rey is waiting for hers to come back, Kylo wants to burn his past down. They share a similar type of pain, which is why he is utterly confused when he tells her that she was sold by her parents, and yet she still doesn't decide to join the dark side. This all leads up to episode 9, where Rey gets everything she ever wanted, and it is nothing like she ever hoped for. In episode 9, it's revealed that Rey, in fact, does have family, Emperor Palpatine. This reveal is a challenge to what Rey wants versus what Rey actually needs. What Rey has always wanted was to feel like she belongs, to know where she came from and where she fits into all of this. Her mistake throughout all of these films is feeling like her past needs to define her. She is so dead set focused on her bloodline heritage that she didn't even consider that she'd already found her family. She'd found mentors which served as an example of what she wanted to be. She'd found parental figures that provided a guiding hand in her development. She'd formed bonds with ride-or-die companions that would fight a war on her behalf. Any way you slice it, Palpatine was little more than a donor at a very specific type of bank that I don't know if I can mention without being demonetized. This was her family. This was her belonging. This is where she fit in. Once she'd learned the lesson that Maz was trying to communicate with her all the way back in episode 7, her arc was complete. With the signifier of this completed arc being her taking the last name Skywalker in honor of her found family. I still, for the life of me, don't understand why this gets so many Star Wars fans panties in a bunch. After all, I believe Leia would punch somebody in the face if they tried to tell her that Organa wasn't her last name. It's one of my favorite arcs in Star Wars for a reason. If we're going by people like this commenter, it definitely hit home with a lot of different people. But that's just my opinion, and as always, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Rey Skywalker, and who's your favorite Star Wars character? Leave it in the comments, let me know.